city, I'm feeling they pain. Wanna be great, like over, like Kane. Had love for the music, I'm here for the same. Here for the same, not here for the name. I will not front, I might buy me some chains.
You win the championship last year, your first year in the NBA, you get a ring. What was that experience like for you, just as a player that in your first year to win a championship?
Man, it was a great experience. I would say it was a great experience. Just being that moment. Man, I didn't get to play as much as I wanted. Just being around this team and growing around the players we got all of them. I know that moment will be there. You gotta keep grinding and just staying patient.
When you think about, you have Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala, a lot of vets on this team, like you said. What were the biggest lessons you learned off that championship win?
I mean, the biggest lesson is just knowing how to prepare before every game. But just being around them, just learning the game. You know, they have seen a lot before you, so just being around them, they were trying to just keep up with me and kind of groom me to get better every day.
So you have the vets in your ear. I know you have a tight-knit group around you as well, but those nights where you're not playing a lot, it adds up. You have a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by. What were those times like behind the scenes, dealing with those nights where you're not playing?
It was really frustrating because I felt like I could impact more. I'm used to play a lot and being a man and just coming to the league thinking that, okay, I got drafted here, I'm gonna get a lot of minutes. It goes days when you don't play, days when you think you should be playing but you don't play. I mean, it's just a human nature where I used to get frustrated a couple times, but I just never let that guard down to a point where knowing that what I'm capable and just put work every day in and just wait for my moment. Whenever I'm ready, I will show the world what I'm capable of.
This stretch in this past month in December, you 24-5-4 against Utah. You have 14-5-3 guarding Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown against Boston. You have 19-3 against Giannis and Milwaukee. What did that show you about the type of player you can be?
I mean, it just showed me that I'm really capable of doing pretty much everything on the floor. Being one of those two-way players that the world I haven't seen yet. And I feel like I'm working towards that grind. I like to compete. That's the one thing with me. It don't matter how good you are. You're just gonna feel me. You're gonna feel my presence. And I'm not saying I'll stop you from not scoring, but you're just gonna feel my presence compared to somebody else guarding you. And team-wise, I feel like I'm getting more respect and they're more confident with me being on the floor and trusting me a little more compared to last year.
So Draymond Green was one of the guys that was vocal in the last month or so talking about your defense and your two-way ability. What was it like getting those comments from Draymond, that level of confidence from him?
I mean, I really appreciate that because, you know, Draymond ain't the type of person who's going, I won't say gas you, but like, he won't really show you as much as, he's not going to really support you as much as he's supposed to when you haven't really shown what you're about. Because, you know, Draymond always compete. So you got to prove him. Because I remember at some point when I got drafted in my practice, it used to be like, you have to show me what you're about for me to give you certain respect. Just looking back to that, I was like, one day I'm just gonna prove him that I've been working on getting better every day, on just becoming the person he really wanted me to be.
Did that motivate you when Dre said that to you at practice? Like, how do you take that?
I feel like I had it, but I really never showed him what I was capable of doing and just growing every day, you know. I'm still young and just growing every day around them. Andre, Draymond, and watching what they do every day, you know, it's a motivation.
There was a lot of chatter around Summer League, right, where there was people talking about your dedication, your work ethic, about the game. What would you say to people that want to question your work ethic?
It's just a thing that I was laughing at every single day because the real people that's around me knows I was working and know what I was doing. Man, people are gonna always assume whatever they're gonna assume. As long as you know what you're doing and you're doing the right things, that's all that matters. Because I kind of black out there and just focus on my grind and just knowing that I'm still here. I haven't gone nowhere, and I feel like I got way more better compared to when I first got to the league.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, the way I look at myself, being the best player in the league, being the best defender in the league. With the way I play both ways. I play defense and offense, so hopefully being the best player in both ways.
You saw your family this past year I believe, for the first time in 7 years. Like, what was that like?
Man, it was like a dream come true. Cause I never really thought that one day they will move out here or come out here before I get drafted. So, cause the only thing I used to think about is when I get drafted, I gotta go back to Congo and see them. And they happen to come out here, so it was like, that's just another motivation, just seeing where what I've accomplished in my life to have my parents come to America the day before my draft, you know. It was a blessing. I mean, I was so happy to really see everybody else coming.